And off to South Africa, where at least 40 people, including Malawian and Zimbabwean nationals, died when a passenger bus plunged down an embankment in South Africa's Limpopo province. Now, the crash happened about 90 kilometers from the Zimbabwe border as the bus headed there from Gqeberha, roughly about 1,500 kilometers away. Authorities say the driver likely lost control, possibly due to fatigue or mechanical failure. Among the victims was a 10-month-old baby. Rescue teams continue searching for others, while 38 injured passengers remain hospitalized. South Africa's roads, though well-developed, experience frequent fatal accidents attributed to speeding, reckless driving, and poorly maintained vehicles. The tragedy has once again highlighted road safety challenges in the region. Our correspondent Bongani Siziba is on standby for more on this. Bongani.
It's a very good afternoon to you and our viewers at home. Yes, indeed, South Africa woke up to the tragic news of devastating bus accident in Limpopo that has claimed lives of more than 42 people so far. The bus, which was traveling from Port Elizabeth to Zimbabwe, covering over 1,000 kilometers to where it was met, this terrible incident on N1 North near Makhado, formerly known as Louis Trichardt. As of now, officials have confirmed that the death toll has risen to 42. Most of the victims are from Zimbabwe and Malawi, many of whom were traveling home. Reports indicating that the bus veered off a mountainous section of N1 and plugged down an embankment on a Sunday night, where we understand emergency responders, including paramedics, law enforcement and transport officials, swiftly responded to the scene. However, some victims were recovered on the site, while others were rushed to nearby hospitals for urgent care. We also understand that some are still trapped.
One thing I can say about this is that authorities should take this seriously, because we cannot have buses that are going long distances full of people. Some of them are overloaded, and some of them are overloaded not only with people but with the luggages and bags that people are carrying going home. So I think that's one of the problems, because the bus has its weight that is allowed for the people.
And according to reports, it indicates that the preliminary investigations suggest that the driver was fatigued, or possible a mechanic fault that made the bus to lose control. And also, looking at this tragic, it's also important to note that cross-border buses are often loaded with trailers and side boats, making navigation difficult for drivers on the road, especially during this peak holiday seasons. Many Zimbabweans and other travelers are on the move, heading back home or coming to South Africa for business. Unfortunately, this has turned the N1 into a hazardous stretch. Last week, we also reported a robbery involving shots fired inside a bus bound for Zimbabwe, which is a cause of concern for road users.
We have our police who only care about money. You know, maybe you cannot tell me that this bus was coming from Port Elizabeth all the way to Limpopo, but no one has spotted that the bus is overloaded. It means that these people are able to bribe the police officers on the road. So I think we are still going to have a problem if we don't take this seriously, and a lot of lives will be lost due to these overloads.
We also know that President Cyril Ramaphosa has also expressed his condolences to the families of Zimbabweans and Malawians who have lost their loved ones. So, as we have said, that the death toll have risen to 42. Recovery efforts are being done, and so we'll continue to monitor this developing story and provide updates as more information becomes available. But for now, our thoughts are with the victims and their families. It's now back to you in the studio.
And off to Cameroon, where a day after the country's presidential elections, the wait for results is testing nerves across the country. The ballots are still being counted, but tensions are already high, especially in the north, where clashes broke out on Sunday between security forces and supporters of opposition candidate and main challenger, and that's Isa Chiroma Bakari in his hometown, Garua. Now, tear gas was reportedly fired to disperse crowds, underscoring the divisions and mistrust surrounding this vote.